Hey guys, I'm back. Listen, I have about 6 minutes before I run out, and I wanted to let you guys know my observations. Sorry, my observations about the nerve formula. Now, what I can say, I've already tried it on myself, and these are the samples that I'll send out. What I observed was that whenever you apply it to the area, like for some reason, you have to find where either the implant is, where the motherboard is, where the body area controller is, or the head system for the nanotech, the head system for the um, the implants. You have to find where that major component part is, because that's where your V2K is emanating from. That's where all the electrical shocks, the nervous short circuiting, all that is coming from. It's coming from wherever that is. And for me, I thought it was in my head or in my jaw from dental work, when in actuality, this experience after I flushed, this is why I encourage people to do an internal and external detox, okay? Because it will be able to identify whether you have some sort of system in your body or if it's just toxic overload, and they're able to torture you because you have some sort of toxic overload in the body. Now, I thought before I started the detoxing protocol, I thought the problem was in my brain. But after detoxing internally and externally, I'm due for one soon, I discovered it wasn't my brain. It was coming from the left side of my pelvic area. So anyway, long story short is I said, look, I this is ridiculous. Okay. The doctors are never going to confirm this. They're going to see it. They're going to know what it is. And they're going to say, oh, it's fibroids. It's this, it's that, it's blah, blah, blah. And there's nothing we can do about it because they know damn well what it is. Right. They're never going to confirm what it is. They're not. So anyway, so what I observed about this nerve formula is this. I also applied it to my knees, and um, my knees, I had some just some not pain, but I had some what's the word I'm looking for? Just discomfort, when you're standing too long or you're sitting too long, just a little bit of discomfort in my knees. So I applied it to my knees, and I can tell you that it works to correct pain in the knees for me. I'm saying for me. The second thing is I've been applying it to this body area controller. I have about 3 minutes left. I've been applying it to this body area controller, which is in my left side of my pelvic area. And ironically, they found several cysts there. It's interesting how these cysts can talk, but whatever. Anyway, so I've been applying it there, and this is what I've noticed. It's going on 5 days now. And this is what I observed from applying it every single day in that area. You know how the body naturally is quiet internally. And what V2K does, or electromagnetic smog, what it does is that it disrupts the natural quietness that's inside of the body. Those of you who have V2K knows what I'm talking about, okay? I have not had this internal quietness since 2011. Actually, since I encountered those really too short gaps, but long story. I have not had this since 2011. Okay. The second thing I noticed was that the external use, where the implants or the body area controller signals to the satellite, is short circuited. Okay, that's what I observed. Now they're no longer able to directly connect to those satellites by sending out an internal signal. Those of you who have implants know what I'm talking about. The implants inside of your body can send out a direct, or the biosensors can, and now they're messing up the video. And now Les Miserables is messing up the video. Are messing up the video. Anyway, so you know how it can send out a signal to the satellite and they're able to track you using cell phones, tablets, computers, um, whatever else. And then then you're hooked up to police, you're hooked up to EMS, EMTs, and you're also hooked up to hospitals, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? Through this system in your body. Now, this system sends out a signal to the satellite. Now, since I've been applying this nerve formula, it short-circuited that signal to the satellite. They can no longer externally send out that signal to the satellite. Now, to be honest with you, I don't know what's doing this. I don't know what part of the formula is doing this. Okay, so that's the second thing. Now, the benefits of that I've noticed for myself is that I have internal quietness and the V2K is short-circuited, meaning instead of them having one string of a conversation, it's like, I'm good, and they get cut off. Okay, now, those are some of the positive things I recognize with the V2K. These are with this formula. These are some of the negative things I recognize with the formula. It doesn't last. Okay, it doesn't last. But again, it's only a week, so I don't know if applying it for a year, if it's going to continually, if it's going to short circuit it. But I can say one final positive thing is that it decreased. So far it's 5 days. My V2K decreased about 60% now, but it doesn't last 24 hours. Okay, because it's a cream, you put it on, it works, it short circuits. I'm getting back control over my eye, but I noticed yesterday that they started honing in on my eye again and trying to redirect my eye to wherever they wanted. It doesn't last. It doesn't last 24 hours. Okay, so this is one of the negative things I observed about this. It does work, but it doesn't last 24 hours. Okay, so that's something that I think is crucial. The second thing is that when it wears off, this is what I've noticed. Because you have to understand that these controllers are on a nerve. It's like, you know how you have a home and your home has wiring. That's what your nervous system is. It's the electrical wiring system for your body, just like the electrical wiring system for your house. This is what enables them to communicate, to transmit communication, to go back and forth, to remotely take over your brain, to remotely take over your body. All of this is done, and I'm telling you this because this is my observations. I am telling you this, that whatever system that's inside of you requires the electrical component of your body to function. That is your nervous system. And what I observed since I've put this on is that they recognize that they're being short-circuited, the systems are shutting down, and they're using the nervous system and rewiring, let me not say rewiring, but they are using alternative nervous channels to accomplish their end. For example, what I noticed on me is that it was a frontal signal when I started applying it to the front. And when the system, I literally realized that the system began to shut down. When the system began shutting down, what I noticed is that they started to send the signals out through my back. So I started to do the same thing with my back. Then they changed again. What they started doing, the third thing they started doing is they rerouted the electrical conduit. So you know you have a whole network of nervous systems. So you can go A, B, C, D, and get to Z, right? When they realized that they could no longer go A alphabetically, A to Z to communicate, what they did is they went, A is the starting point, F, X, Y, Z. What did I do? I responded by applying the ointment to their new nervous system pathway. I'm telling you how this shit is working. When they discovered that I was able to detect a change in the nervous pathway for them to communicate. They changed their whole dynamic. So what they're doing now is their third phase, which is they're going to use the nervous system, not externally, because that's been shut down and is being shut down. What they're doing now is that they're using it internally. So instead of an internal to external communication, which is hindered because I blocked it using this ointment, what they're doing is that they're literally doing the communication internally. So instead of internal to external, because it's being blocked, now it's just internal. Signals internally back and forth throughout the body, as opposed to sending up the signal and then projecting the signal outwards. Okay, so these are some of the things that I'm observing. So during the test and trial phase of this product, I'm learning how this fucked up, messed up, bullshit, absolutely demonic piece of shit technology that should not be in the human body. I'm learning how this piece of shit works to come up with a solution to shut this shit down safely. This should not be inside of any human or animal on the planet, okay? This should not be inside of any organic body. Inorganic, no one gives a shit. But any organic body, these types of systems should not be in any organic body. I'll tell you why. The propensity and the potential to take over the human body, override the brain, masquerade as the person's body, masquerade as the person's internal dialogue, masquerade as the person's will and emotions. If you're not able to recognize your internal conversation and say, this suggestion is not coming from me. If you're not able to understand that the cues and the directives very subtle, and it emanates in a way because it's aligned to the nervous system, the electrical wiring of the body, it is very difficult to differentiate between your internal communication and suggestions from this fucked up, demonic, absolutely evil, demon ass program. Okay? Guys, this is why I stress, I don't care if you use my detox, I don't give a shit, okay? Get a good detox protocol. You cannot allow for an infestation of this shit in your body. Excuse my language, but I absolutely, positively hate these demons. I absolutely, positively hate these demons, and I hate this program. You have to detox your body. You have to do a thorough internal detox. This thing can override your system and take you over like a fucking computer virus. Excuse my language. Okay? This is not a joke, people. This thing can take you over like a malware virus. Take over the communication systems in your body. Override your brain. Override your will. Override your emotions. Okay, you into freaking zombie. Not only that, when you don't detox, when they implant suggestions into your brain, your willpower will be decreased. Meaning your will to fight, your will to survive, your will to do anything will decrease. Detox, people. Detox. Have a great day. I have to run.